and the stability of our national economy. SME are entitled to various benefits and subsidies, including tax incentives such as simplified tax system and tax holidays, financial support, grants, subsidies and preferential loans, administrative benefits and export support through export support centers and the Russian export centers. Of course, it's essential to note the role of trade representations, which provides extensive support of SMA. As a government entity, we offer free of charge advisory services, including preparing analytical information for our companies, facilitate market entry into foreign markets, and by selecting trade shows and organizing B2B negotiation and conduct seminars for export and import-oriented companies from different regions of the country. I should note that small businesses in Russia are defined as enterprises with annual revenues not exceeding 800 million rubles. Rupee is practically the same rate, just for the information. And workforce of up to 100 employees inclusive. These enterprises play an important role in the country's economic development. SMA contribute to increasing the circulation of money, furthermore developing small businesses, enhances tax revenues, which account for over 80% of Russia's budget. SMA create new jobs and reduce unemployment, representing a significant portion of employers across various sectors, from 50 till 90%. They stimulate manufacturing, support large enterprises, and play a significant role in shaping the middle class. As of 2024, Russia has registered more than 6.5 million SMEs entities, reflecting a 6% increase compared to the same period in 2022 and a 7% increase compared to now in 2019. These categories collectively account for a third of the country's workforce, totaling approximately 28 million people. SMA also plays a significant role in the development of Russian-Indian trade and economic relations. According to an annual report of Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises of India for 2022-2023, the total number of MSME in the country exceeds 36 million. The primary activities of this organization include trade, 36%, manufacturing, 31%, and services, 33%. Indian SMA are actively interested in both importing from Russia and exporting to the country. Promising areas for SMA product supplies from India to Russia include light industry, including textiles, tea, coffee, alcoholic beverages, spices, spare parts, agricultural products, poultry meat, rice, seafood, fruits and vegetables, definitely medical equipment and pharmaceuticals, electronics, home goods, and decor. Products supplied by SMA from Russia to India include forestry sector, lumber, paper, and plywood, agriculture, edible oils, legumes and seeds, spare parts and tools, food products, FMCG goods, etc. The trade turnover between Russia and India has multiplied compared to 2021-2022. According to Indian statistics, the share of SMA in our trade turnover exceeds $6 billion and shows steady growth. We are confident that this is just the beginning of these figures will continue to grow annually. The trade representation will continue to provide comprehensive support to companies from both countries. You can obtain your contact information from event organizers, and we will be very happy to facilitate our cooperation in all fields, especially in SMA business. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Well, this was the conclusion of the inaugural session. I request Dr. Sanjeev to kindly felicitate all the dignitaries on the dais, to begin with Dr. Eugenie Greva. So we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for your kind presence. And I'm sure your words, your thoughts will help in fostering this collaboration and our future endeavors. Thank you. Mr. Pranav Shoti. We would like to extend our warmest gratitude to you, Mr. Shoti. Thank you. Dr. Dilip Nanthkeoliar. Thank you. Ms. Oksana Agafanoa. Mr. Shubham Sharma. Let us join our hands. Engineer Ramesh Kumar. Thank you for your kind words and your words of motivation. And we would also like to felicitate Mr. Naveen Sharma. Thank you, and I request all of you to kindly join us forward for a group picture. All the dignitaries on the dais to kindly join us for a group picture. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude our inaugural session. We'll be having a couple of panel discussions throughout the day to take you in depth of why we are here for. And this marks the beginning of One Europe, One SME. Let us join our hands together for this momentous occasion. Thank you. Thank you once again. Requesting all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly take your seats back. I'll go back down. Yeah. So you can all be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a very special message from a very special person to all of you. Shri Jitan Ram Manji, who couldn't be here today due to some commitments and engagement at Rashtrapati Bhavan. He's the Minister of MSME, Government of India, and he's sent us a very important message, his wishes for the celebrations of the World SME Day 2024.
Volume.
Can you just repeat that message again because the volume was not clear? Please put it again. The message, the same video. Volume थोड़ा सा ऊपर करके जरा. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the wishes from our Honorable Minister. Now moving ahead, we move for the first panel discussion of the day. And the first panel discussion will talk about the challenges and opportunities for SMEs in Europe. We will discuss the regulatory frameworks, access to finance and market opportunities, sharing the success stories and best practices from European SMEs. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead, it's a kind request to all of you to please be seated as we proceed for a very interesting panel discussion. Whatever we plan, whatever the goals are, there are certain challenges, and this is the discussion to address those challenges and build the roadmap that how we are going to achieve this target with this collaboration. To begin with, I would like to invite our moderator for this discussion, Dr. Dilip Nankiria, who is the director, IMM Business School. Ladies and gentlemen, join us, welcoming Dr. Dilip. I would like to invite our distinguished speakers, to begin with Dr. Evgeny Grova, Deputy Trade Commissioner, Russian Foundation in the Republic of India. Please help me welcoming Dr. Evgeny once again on the stage. Mr. Pranav Jyoti, Chief Investment Officer, Private Office of His Royal Highness Sheikh Ahmad bin Faisal Al Qasami, Dubai, UAE. In the panel with us, we have CA Rahul Madan, MD, Indian Institute of Insolvency Professionals of ICAI, to kindly join us. Ms. Oksana, please join us on the dais. She's the Attaché Russian Federation in the Republic of India. Ms. Aisha Fatma, Manager, PwC. And in the panel with us, we will have Mr. Naveen Sharma, Chairman, Athena Ventures. Ladies and gentlemen, the panel discussion on challenges and opportunities for SMEs in Europe. Over to you, Dr. Dilip.
So good morning, everybody. I'm really privileged to, moderate this particular discussion, and it is a crucial one, which is challenges and opportunities for SMEs in Europe, particularly since majority of us here are from India, for the Indians, Indian perspective. Basically speaking, SMEs are probably the foundational, the bulwark of whatever can happen. And just like Mr. Pranav pointed out, that they have sensed the right, this thing that by supporting SMEs, any country, be it India, be it UAE, be it anywhere in the world, the economy has to grow. And perhaps if you look around, I mean, since this is the area of my research, I being an academician, if you look around, the countries that are succeeding or going forward are the ones who are basically, dependent on their SMEs. However, having said that, just like Mr. Naveen had put up, that there are challenges that SMEs face, and just like Mr. Kumar had pointed out, that it was me. The only challenge that I see, particularly from the Indian standpoint, I mean, from whatever research I've done in in Europe and in some of the other countries, SMEs here tend to be rather secretive, or they would like to take some shortcuts, which isn't really a good practice, but that's how it is. So that's what is the challenges and opportunities for SMEs and how they can grow in Europe, which is a fairly good market, and it is a developed market, and therefore opportunities do exist. I will not get into too much of spreading yarn here. I go straight into the 3 points that we would like to bring out through this, very, what should I say, eminent faculty, panelists, is regulatory frameworks that exist. What are the challenges that we might face, in Europe, because our regulations might be different. I still remember people coming from the Gulf finding some of our regulations here too frustrating, and often, the word that they use is stupid, and things like that. So, but then our regulations are. Similarly, Europe is, and many of the regulations do stem from there. So, and that is a challenge, which I'm sure a body like WASME is probably the best platform which can kind of, reconcile the two. So that's the first point. Access to finance, as Mr. Naveen said, is an important thing. SMEs here are too involved in their day-to-day business, not only here, everywhere in the world, and that is why most governments have come out to kind of support them in various ways. So how can Indian businesses, or how can global businesses partake of this and attract Europe? And then obviously the market opportunities, like he said, are growing in Europe. It may appear that the economy is down or something like that in Europe, but then we also know that countries like India have that demographic dividend, and the innovation, as somebody in the panel said, comes essentially from SME. The reason being that since the resources are limited, like he just described what was happening in Hyderabad, resources are limited, we tend to find innovative ways of doing it. Some of it is also popularly known in India as jugaad, but that also is innovation according to me. So without wasting any more time, and I'm really thankful to all of you for finding time for this meaningful and very important discussion according to me. I'll have the way we will go about it, as I'll have an open question for each one of you, and then we will have some general questions which each one of you, whoever thinks, feels like answering it, or whoever is best positioned to answer it, can answer it, and then we'll ask the audience to ask questions. So first one is to Mr. Griva. Russian Federation, the question is, Dr. Griva, can you share some insights on primary regulatory challenges the SMEs in Europe face today?
Thank you. Thank you very much for a question. Really, between two countries now, we have a lot of challenges, and it's really a crucial time. Coming time is a crucial one to revive our relationship after long gap of practically silence in business. Because we have a very positive Soviet and Indian periods and reminded very often, but from 90s of previous century, practically there was no gesture in our trade and economic relationship. Only well-known Hindi, Rusi, pipe, high, nothing more on economic scene. But now, after changing geopolitical situation, after increasing the role of India and Russia as one of leaders on planet scene, we really return back